Harvest is one of the most exciting times of the year, and it holds a special place for cranberry growers, as their hearts are filled with a sense of pride, memories of harvests past, and hopes for the future. There is trust and faith that all the hard work during the growing season will pay off, and the crops will be strong and bountiful. Cranberries are native to North America. 98% of the commercial production of cranberries are from the United States, Canada, and Chile. The highest production volume of cranberries come from Wisconsin, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Quebec, British Columbia, Oregon, and Washington. Historically, cranberries were hand or dry picked. Over time, harvest equipment and techniques evolved. Today, the most common way to harvest cranberries is by using water as a tool with advanced picking machines. Although it's sometimes believed that cranberries grow in water, the fact is they thrive in well-drained, sandy soil. Growers discovered an efficient way to use the cranberries' natural ability to float during harvest. To begin harvest, growers access water from their support land reservoirs or waterways using lift pumps or gravity-fed ditches. They use a series of flow control culverts to hold and release water as necessary. Next, water flows into a flood ditch, and then it's directed to desired harvest areas. Using a canal, water fills up the cultivated cranberry area. As the canals fill with water, irrigation equipment is removed from the area that is to be harvested. The cranberries become hidden underwater until a picking machine plucks the berries from their vines. Cranberry vines are sturdy and strong enough to tolerate the weight of the machine with picking tools attached. This specialized equipment gently picks the cranberries from the vines. The cranberries now begin to float. How does this work? Well, it's because of Mother Nature's design. A cranberry has 4 hollow pockets, or chambers of air, inside the body of the cranberry, surrounding its seeds. Good job, Mother Nature! As the cranberries begin to float, they are gathered to one end of the bed, corralled with floating harvest equipment, referred to as cranberry boom. Here, growers use conveyors or pumps to lift the cranberries out. The cranberries are separated from their leaves and twigs using a water pressure cleaning system and immediately sorted. Cranberries are loaded into a truck or trailer, and the natural debris is set aside for the farmer's conservation practices, such as composting. The water used during harvest is continuously recycled and reused. Once a truck is full, the cranberries will leave the farm and head to a receiving station for the next part of the harvesting process. Upon arrival to the receiving station, the trucks are weighed and assigned a cleaning pool. Trucks empty the cranberries into the cleaning pools, and the cranberries are moved to the cleaning line. They travel through spray bars, shakers, grates, and brushes to remove any small berries, soft fruit, leaves, and twigs missed in the first cleaning process at the farm. The debris is set aside for composting, and the clean fruit passes under air jets before being sent to the hopper or a bulk holding container. During this delivery process, samples are taken from each truck, and several lab tests are analyzed to assign fruit quality and help determine market usability. The cranberries are tested for sugar content, color, moisture, firmness, and more. Back in the receiving station, wooden bins are used as shipping containers. The bins are constructed on site and sent down rollers to the hopper and scale. Each bin is given a unique code that traces the fruit to the lab analysis and the cranberry farm it came from. Bins are then placed into an outgoing trailer. The cranberries are now transported to a freezer. It will take over a month for the berries to completely freeze to be processed into your favorite cranberry products. "95% of the world's cranberries are grown and harvested for consumer packaged goods, such as juice, sauce, dried cranberries, or as an ingredient for snacks, cereals, or baked goods, for example. However, not all cranberries are sent to the freezer. Some are sold exclusively as fresh fruit. In fact, only 5% of cranberries are grown specifically for fresh fruit and can only be found seasonally. A fresh fruit cranberry harvest is a little different than a processed fruit harvest. Let's have a look. Fresh fruit growers use slightly different harvest equipment to prevent fruit from bruising. They pick cranberries at a slower rate and capacity to ensure fruit quality. Although this process is different, it is just as interesting to watch. From the field, cranberries then go through a giant dryer, which removes leaves and surface water. After being dried, the berries are gently binned and stored in a cooler. This type of harvesting process helps promote the keeping quality of cranberries. Once an order is received, the cranberries begin the shipping process. Berries are put into a hopper and then conveyed to the Bailey's mills. In the mills, the berries must pass a bounce test to be accepted into the fresh fruit market. Good firm cranberries will bounce over the jumps, while soft or broken cranberries will not bounce. The firm cranberries then travel through a laser sorter that uses technology to remove any berries that are not red. The final step of the sorting process is passing through human inspection. Finally, the cranberries are packaged into bags in various sizes, placed into boxes, stacked on a pallet, and then wrapped and shipped to the customer. From natively grown to cultivated production, cranberries continue to help heal, preserve, and prosper communities. Like many farming traditions, harvest begins and ends with families who love their way of life and live off the lands they sustain. Cranberry farming is not just a job, it's a way of life. A really great way of life. It's a simple yet complex tradition the cranberry industry subscribes to. Go where passion is your purpose, and you will thrive and achieve. Just as the pathway of the cranberry, you can be a contributor toward the global food supply and leave your footprint in its framework. What will your cran career be? Go to www.cranberrylearning.com to learn more.